Here I am, at the Oceanside Long Island Railroad Station on the Long Beach branch, on a cold and wet January 18th as I wait for the Long Island Railroad alcohol train making its way to Long Beach. Sundays have been quiet lately, with practically no New York and Atlantic action, so these alcohol trains give us rail fans something of interest to catch. The following day I had off from school, so I decided to head over to One World Recycling to see the New York and Atlantic RS40 switching. But let's just say that I didn't time it right, and right as I arrived, they had finished switching and were headed to Babylon. Luckily, I was still able to see some action, and before the RS41 came, an equipment move on its way to Jamaica flew through open-ended, likely due to a cab car failure. So this was certainly a neat catch, and I apologize for the camera work, as I wasn't really expecting this. This was certainly an interesting catch. I was glad I could see it. Now that the equipment move had cleared, the RS41 was able to proceed out of Babylon, up the central branch, heading towards Fresh Pond Yard. Today, the RS41 was being led by MP15AC 156, with MP15AC 151 trailing. Enjoy this awesome and nice catch of the New York and Atlantic RS41. Now that the RS41 had passed, I knew that there wasn't going to be too much action on the central branch for a while, so I figured I'd head over to Brentwood to see if I could maybe catch the New York and Atlantic RS71 if it was running. Unfortunately, I didn't see it, but I managed to see a few EMUs while I was there.
The 211 train to London. The 2:30 train to Penn Station is now arriving on platform A. Please activate e-tickets now and step over the gap when boarding.
Before I headed home, I made one final stop at NYAR to see if there was any action there, and sitting idle was New York and Atlantic GP38s, 271 and 261. So, I captured some cool shots of them idling here. In addition to the two Jeeps, there was a rare Western Pacific boxcar sitting there as well, which I grabbed some photos of. I hope you enjoyed this video of some railfanning endeavors, and please stick around for future content. Thank you all very much for watching.